Hi Scorpio, I hope you're all doing well. We're going to get into your general reading and see what Spirit has to talk to you about today. These readings are timeless. Whenever you come across it, the message could be for you. I usually channel some messages before I get into the cards, so I did this right before actually. I wasn't getting too much to come through for you prior. I was meditating on your energy and nothing was really happening earlier this week, but now when I sit down to do it, here it comes. And I feel like this is a message for you too. It's like the information will come when you need it. Now, I just flipped over and I saw our Scorpio reading from last month, or the last round that we did for your August read. And that was pretty interesting. So there might be something, if you haven't checked out that reading, you might want to check it out. I'll link it in the box that comes up here because I'm mentioning it. I feel like there could be a message in there. Even if you did watch that reading, you might want to watch it again. You could hear something different this time or pick up on something you missed. So trust your intuition. I'm hearing echinacea, which I saw here too. That could be a special confirmation for someone. But if your intuition says, hey, maybe I should check out that reading when you see it pop up, then go ahead and follow your intuition. So for this time around, I got immediately the word stunned. And I'm not sure whether this is a good stunned or a bad stunned, but it feels like you have stunned somebody. It's almost like they're captivated, they're frozen, they're shocked, they're just immobilized in some way. And then I was getting an image of a spider. And it's like I saw you as this big spider who made this beautiful, intricate web, and then you moved on to something else, and a smaller spider came into your web to kind of, benefit off the fruits of your labor, or to really sit in your shoes, or attempt to sit in your shoes, or your legs in this case. And it's like the web that you made was suited to you and your size and your frequency and your vibration, but somebody who has smaller energy, or maybe a smaller influence, or not as much power as you, has moved into your web thinking that they can catch what you've caught in your life. Okay, so I don't know who that's referring to for you. I also got the year 83, or the number 83, but I feel like it could be a year. Now, a couple strange messages, so if you feel like these parts don't resonate with you, that's okay. Don't take them. There'll probably be something else coming through in the cards for you. But I got that somebody wants your DNA. Now, I don't know if this is a metaphor or something that's actually going on for you, but it feels like, along with the spider web image, it's like there's something that you do, or that you have, or that you are, that makes you very special in someone else's eyes. And they want to know your secret, or how to do what you do. Then I got the quote, freedom comes to those who seek it. I don't know who said that. It's just what came in, that phrase, freedom comes to those who seek it. And it reminded me of the Taurus reading, who you share energy with on the wheel. They're your opposite on the wheel. So I always see it as like this continuum of energy that flows between you and Taurus. And so you might want to check out Taurus's reading, but then I got something like you're annoyed with a Taurus. Or you're annoyed with Taurus energy. So I don't know. Also, some of you might want to look into ways to increase your serotonin. Then I saw this gold light. It looked like an aura. I feel like if you're trying to protect yourself or cleanse your energy, you could meditate on the idea of a gold aura coming in through your crown chakra and all down your chakra system, and then just kind of encapsulating you in this gold light. That could be very useful. Then I got for a daisy, the image of a daisy. It looked like a tattoo. The words brash and irreverent, and I feel like somebody, or you feel like somebody's being irreverent with something. Last two messages. Then there was something about someone still living in their memories with you. I don't know. Maybe we'll get more into that when the cards come out. And then you could be channeling while you're driving or traveling. Like I'm seeing you on a highway and there's like trucks going by or road signs and these they're messages for you. Okay. So if you're driving, obviously pay attention to the road. But if you see things like that and you're like, is that a message? Yes, it is a message. Okay, so let's get into your cards, Scorpio, and see what's going on for you. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Andy. This is 13 Moon Tarot. I have a stellium in my 8th house and Pluto on my rising, as a lot of you already know. So I do have a lot of Scorpio influence in my chart. Maybe someone's trying to relate to you, Scorpio. I feel like as I said that, I saw myself as that that little spider stepping into your big web. Interesting. Okay, let's see what's going on here for Scorpios. What's the theme of the reading, Spirit, for Scorpios? Ooh, we have courage. Let's get a little bit more. Harvest. And work. Okay, and what are we talking about with all this? Rage. Root. And child. Well, something is going really well for you, Scorpio. I feel like this is in relationship to your work. There's a harvest coming in, or there will be, or you have some new creative ideas about how you could do something or put something together. I feel like you are harnessing some courage here. Maybe you're being a little bit more extroverted than you're used to, or you're just putting something out there that you feel a little bit vulnerable with in some way, or you're moving on, okay? But it's going to be very useful for you. And then there's this other energy here. Maybe this is the irreverent energy. Where it's like someone is stunned, I feel, at your new sense of freedom that you have. Can I get a bit more on the rage? What are we talking about here for Scorpio? Well, okay, let's take this one. Soften. Scorpio, I feel like, there's somebody looking in on you and your life and what you're doing, and they're seeing your transformation. They're seeing your change. They're seeing your dedication to your healing, to yourself, to whatever it is that you're interested in at this time. They're seeing your dedication, and they're also seeing you soften. There's something about your energy that I feel you were a little bit, mad about. And maybe this is when you were in this spider web. You were that big, powerful spider weaving your web, right? Catching all the bullshit that you needed to catch so that it couldn't consume you. I'm hearing, and so you could consume it instead. But you've vacated that web. You've decided, like, I'm done here. It's not serving a purpose. And I feel like, in other words, your energy has softened. And like this child card, it's like that vulnerability. You're putting something out there that you feel vulnerable with, or you're allowing yourself to become more vulnerable, more playful, because you feel safe and secure with the root chakra. And maybe somebody else is also trying to emulate this. I'm hearing no. It's like somebody's trying to become that big, powerful spider that you are, but that you're no longer resonating with, like you've moved on, your energy has shifted from that time, and now somebody wants to be that. Yeah, I feel like that's my spiritual dryer doing confirmation messages. Okay, anyways, inside joke. But maybe there's an inside joke that you're privy to as well. But there's definitely like somebody, I feel, looking at your success and tracking your journey. And there's that moment where you were miffed, I'm hearing. Miffed about something, pissed about something, upset, hurt possibly. And that's what fueled you to spin your web, right? And again, it wasn't like a manipulative, malicious web. It was a web for your sustenance and protection. And it's like somebody's trying to get into that energy so they could be in your web. You get what I'm saying? It's very interesting. Boundary. Maybe this is somebody that you've had a boundary with. Yeah, it's like the web for you was your boundary. See how that looks like a web? But the person trying to step into that energy that you were formerly in, they're not using it as a boundary. Like I'm seeing flow here. It's like they're trying to flow into your energy. It's like they're following you and your abundance. It's interesting. I think this person has, whoever this is, has something a little mixed up about how things work here down on Earth. Okay. All right, let's see, Scorpio. Let's get your cards out. Ooh, yeah, look, your current energy. Ace of Pentacles. Definitely success on the career front, on the work front. New opportunities coming in. Let's get all the cards out. Spirit does want you to put more of yourself out there when it comes to something that you're trying to grow. Person outside of you who is affecting you most is related to this message that I'm about to give you is the Seven of Pentacles. See, this is what I'm saying. It's like somebody's kind of stunned, dissatisfied, or just kind of pausing for a moment to look at what they have and what you have. And they're contemplating how they can move into your energy or follow you down the path of abundance and success. Why does this person want to follow Scorpio? King of Pentacles. Yeah, because you're gaining some security here in your life. You're feeling confident, grounded. Who is this person to Scorpio? What's their relationship? We have Queen of Pentacles, somebody who sees themselves as your counterpart. Could be someone who's related to you, could also be a love interest. Someone who admires you. Okay. So your current energy is the Ace of Pentacles. Something big is happening here for you. A new opportunity is unfolding in your life, or you're ready for a new opportunity. Let's get a little bit further on this. Ace of Pentacles for Scorpio. We have strength. And the Hangman. Look, you've been very patient. You were hanging out in that web for some time, planning, deciding what move you want to make next. Where do you want to go? What do you want to be? How do you want to look at yourself? Your self-image. Are you living in your authenticity? I feel like these were questions that you had of yourself at some point. And you realized here with the Hangman and the strength, like, hey, I'm pretty damn strong. I have courage. Look, showing up twice. Maybe you have some Leo in your chart that you've accessed, or maybe this is because Venus is currently in Leo. And you're going to find some success from this transit. Now, no matter when you see this, that could still be a relevant message. Okay? But there is definitely, or maybe you have Venus in Leo, there is strength that you're harnessing from your patience, your willingness to gain a new perspective on something. I also feel like you sacrifice some of your time, some of your life here in contemplation, deciding what energy you should step into or where you should go or how you should think about yourself. And it's beautiful because this time of contemplation, it may have been frustrating for you, may have been annoying. Maybe it was that Taurus energy that I said you felt annoyed with, like that patience, that slow and steady kind of transformation. You could have been annoyed with yourself about that, but you decided there's no point in being upset, full of rage. It's not really giving you what you want, and that you're better off softening that energy if you want to see something grow. Yeah, look at that. That's so beautiful, that card with the flame coming from the crown chakra. And then, oh, is she holding a daisy? It does look like a daisy. So this is like directing your energy rather than it being a volcano where the lava is just like spewing everywhere and it's kind of out of control. This is like, I'm going to be very intentional about where I put my energy. And what fires I fuel. Something has ignited you here and you've decided to focus in on it because you want something to grow. You see something as delicate, special, unique. This is really beautiful. And I feel like for a lot of you, regardless of whether we're talking about a business, a new love, a new friendship, a new home, regardless of what it is on the exterior world, what is delicate and worthwhile and meaningful to you is you. Is that part of you that is vulnerable, creative, and you know how to make yourself safe and secure. And maybe you forgot that for some time. But because you contemplated, had patience, and sacrificed, you realized your strength. And the opportunities that exist around you. Like right now, there are opportunities around you, Scorpio, that are for the taking. And it's just a matter of continuing to live in that strength and courage to go after these things that you want and desire. And to temper your anger when somebody ignites you in that way or someone just kind of throws you a curveball. Okay, your challenge is the Hermit. When we've been in an energy for quite some time, like self-reflection or being quiet, trying to figure things out, contemplating, sacrificing, etc., growing, learning, studying, sometimes it becomes like, a pattern, like a behavior that we can't break out of. We've now kind of ingrained that pattern or that behavior within ourselves and our subconscious to keep quiet. And Spirit's saying you don't have to be quiet anymore. You can put yourself out there. There's that flame you hold in your lantern. Spirit wants you to allow that flame, that focus, that energy, that passion you have to guide you out of the cave, so to speak. Because a new cycle is awaiting you, Scorpio. I'm hearing a cycle, a new cycle within a new cycle. Okay, so your opportunity is the Knight of Cups. This is you creating, listening to Spirit. Look at that, the little angels playing some music here, and then you're playing what you're hearing from Spirit. Like you're channeling information, you're channeling messages. Maybe you are an artist or a musician and you're channeling some stuff here from Spirit into your creations. You could also be hearing messages through songs. I always seem to hear messages in the grocery store. Maybe that's the only time I ever really listen to the radio, otherwise I select my own music. But it's like when it's random music that I hear, there's always a very pertinent, poignant, resonant message that I seem to catch. And it's always this kind of dystopic feeling because I'm like in the aisles of the grocery store with the fluorescent lighting and I'm like alone and I'm hearing some song and I'm like, seriously, Spirit? I don't know. Maybe you're having something serious, interesting, something serious happen, and you need to listen for guidance that is coming through from Spirit in ways that you don't expect, like music in the grocery store, or maybe it's at a truck stop, or maybe it's when you're driving in your car, those signs that you're seeing around you. But your opportunity is not only to listen to Spirit, but to also communicate what it is that you are hearing, to put that out in the world, to fill your cup with the information that Spirit is giving you to guide you. Okay, like, I know that there's some people who don't believe in this and don't like this and just want me to read the meanings of the cards. But to me, that's just silliness. Like, this is Spirit, this is magic, this is trust in yourself and your connection to the divine. Okay, and I feel like people who question this stuff don't trust their own connection to the divine. I mean, it's okay to question me, that's fine, it's your prerogative. But I'm telling you this, Scorpio, because I feel like some people might question you as well. Where are you getting that information from, Scorpio? How do you know that? And you just know from your soul. You trust yourself. You're not going to let your ego or other people's criticisms or projections of you, irreverent characterizations of you, get in the way of your own gold light aura. No. Oh yeah, look, there's your gold light aura right there. Beautiful. Okay, so Spirit wants you to put that stuff out there. You know, maybe you have an inspiration I don't know, maybe you work in computer sciences, okay, and it has nothing to do with spirituality or tarot or divination, but you have this ingenious idea out of nowhere, this inspiration, and you're like, I don't know where that's coming from. That seems a little unfounded. Go with it. See what happens. Have the courage, because you're going to be successful. New cycle here is what you don't see coming. Why you don't see this coming is the King of Wands. Well, because I feel like you have accomplished quite a lot in your life by taking action, okay? By getting your ducks in a row, crossing your T's, dotting your I's. You know that nothing gets done unless you go ahead and do it, Scorpio. I feel like that's very Scorpionic. It's like, well, nobody else is going to do it for me, so I'm going to have to go do it for myself. Or no one's going to do it for them, so I'm going to do it, And I feel like that may have worked for some time. You knew you had to spin that web for a reason, okay? And here's that kind of rage energy that I'm seeing with this King of Wands. But now that you're in this softer energy, I feel like you're more in flow. And you're kind of just letting things happen, play out. And you might not think that a new cycle can start that way. That you have to be in the King of Wands active energy in order to get something going. And while yes, you do have to take action, you also need to be able to receive at the same time. It's that yin and yang, masculine and feminine energies in balance that gets you into the new cycle. Not just yang, not just active energy. And I feel with this soften, you're really taking on this yin energy. And it's this yin energy of letting things flow and being able to receive that makes you feel safe and secure. Divine feminine energy. Okay, so you're not going to see your new cycle coming because you're used to having to go out there and just do things, fight for things, come from a place of like heavy, hardcore passion, and fully invested. And you are still all of those things, but it's a lot quieter this time around. And that's working for you. It's in your benefit. Okay, your advice is the Nine of Wands. And this is a card of boundaries. And I feel like... Listen to your dryer. One second. Well, you are protected. I feel like that's a message there for someone. Listen to your dryer. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, you tell me. Now, somebody else is trying to set up shop in the web that you abandoned. And you created that web to create boundaries, to protect yourself. And they're stepping in that web, setting up shop in order to follow you or to become like you, or it's for the wrong reasons. It's like somebody else is mirroring your boundaries. They're not actually their boundaries. They're just mirroring you. Okay, so if you feel like, well, that's weird. I put up this boundary and now they're doing it too. Like, yeah, they're just mirroring you. Okay? And your advice is to hold your boundaries where they've helped you. Okay? I feel like there's somebody trying to I don't know what's going on here. Hold on a second. Let me get some more. What's happening here? I feel like someone's trying to confuse you a little bit. The star and the moon. Yeah. I feel like you're going forward here. I mean, your outcome is the Knight of Wands. You're definitely moving forward on your path with passion. Okay? That quiet energy that you have is going to turn into rapid movement real soon. Okay? You're going with the flow here with a fire element, with Mars. But it's a softer Mars. It's like Leo, Venus, Mars energy that you're kind of working with, no matter where it is in your chart. But see how even though you're going forward, you're looking back here. And I feel like you're looking back at that person who's taken up shop or set up shop in your web. And you're wondering, are they going to follow me with the star? Am I their star? Or am I guiding them? Are they going to follow me? Or are they going to get lost in my shadow? You know, you are shining so bright that you are casting a shadow. That's what happens. And there is a little spider in your shadow, Scorpio. Now, I don't know. Maybe you don't need to be too worried about this at all. But Spirit's telling me, if this little spider is somebody that you feel you need to hold boundaries with, then go ahead and keep doing that. But don't let that stop your progress when it comes to you continuing to create whatever it is you're creating. Let's get a card here to close this out. I'm going to go into an extended reading. In the extended, I go a layer deeper into what came out here. I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into the little spider and find out what's going on. There'll be less of you, so there'll be more specific information that comes through. If you're interested in that, the link to that is in the description box below. If you can't go there or you don't want to pay for that, it's all good. Trust that you received all the messages you needed here, and maybe on the grocery store radio PA system, or when you're driving in your car or traveling, you'll receive additional messages related to this reading. But let's close this out with, I don't know, something that we need to hear, I guess. Oh, past life, air, shift, and home. This home is reminding me of your root chakra here in the child card. It's like where you feel at home. You used to feel at home in that big web you made, but it's like now you feel at home somewhere else. Maybe that's what you're working on, a new sense of home. Being at home in your body, in your mind, in your soul, in your physical location. But there's something that nurture your home. Maybe that's what the dryer thing's all about, you know? Cleaning your energy, cleansing your energy. I'm hearing warming something up. There's a shift in what makes you feel safe, secure, and protected. And then there's also some information here, air, that you're receiving about a past life. Perhaps this little spider is an energy that has followed you through. Hearing the incy wincy spider went down the water spout. Out came the rain and washed the spider out. Washed, dryer. I feel like there's something going on there. I don't know, maybe you can make the connections for me. Yeah. Because then after the rain washed the spider out, the incy wincy spider went up the spout again. And it's interesting. I don't know. You're doing something here, I feel, to prevent that spider from following you. Okay? And I feel like this spider has followed you from a past life into this life. It's very interesting. I feel like Spirit wants to keep that a little bit vague for some reason. All right, Scorpio. I love you so much. I hope that message helped you, and I'll see you next time.